Welcome back to the 2022 edition of the reboot of Tequila Compadres. I'm your host, Eddie D. And we got El Mero Mero Pistolero, Tony.
Tony, how y'all doing?
Everyday Engineer.
Yo.
All right, and Tony, what we got today in tap for our tequila of the day?
Today, the tequila in tap is Tres Generaciones Tequila Reposado. This bottle is what did we talk about? This is a 750 milliliter bottle. This is probably about a $35, $40 tequila.
750 mil.
750 mil, yes. Well, let's see what it tastes like. 750 mil for between what it was
35, 40 bucks.
$35, $40. See how it tastes. On the rocks, it's pretty smooth. Without the rocks, like a shot, like room temperature, maybe a little strong. For those that are not used to the stronger tequilas, maybe good with a mixed drink, but I like it as a straight sipping drink. But
Yeah, definitely one that you drink straight. I mean, you can mix it, but this is not designed to be a mixed tequila. It's pretty good, smooth. It has a little bit of a kind of spicy, a little light burn, but there's no aftertaste. It's pretty good.
I'll take one along with you guys. It sounds like it is a pretty good sipping tequila. I'm not much of a tequila drinker, but it feels like this is probably good on the rocks. No need to shoot it down or mix it up too much. All right.
now,
So let's carry on.
we're gonna say, what would you compare this to?
I would say this is probably more like the Hornitos. I say Hornitos is probably more along the lines of something where it's kind of smooth, but it has a little kick to it. It might kick you a little bit, but it's not that strong where, you can actually sip it straight.
Yeah, and a lot
would
of
you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. A lot of people may know. Well, some people may know Tres Generaciones more, and some may know Hornitos more. So it's good to have those.
It's kind of
contrasts
similar. I think Hornito is a little more burny. But this one
It is a little more burny,
a little
but-
more smooth. Just a little bit, but they taste kind of similar.
Yeah, it definitely is.
They have the same like structure. I guess I want to say the same kind of taste.
Yeah.
Price
I like
wise, they're going to be in the same price point, so it's not bad. No.
I like this one. Yeah.
But for those that aren't tequila connoisseurs, this is a great middle grade tequila, possibly.
Yeah.
Wow, I think, did you just call it tequila connoisseurs, Tony? Is that what you're saying? Okay, is that what we are now?
I'll do that.
We've had a lot of tequilas, but we are definitely not connoisseurs. But for those that are not used to this, it's not the lower end, but it's not the high end, because tequilas can go from very cheap to over $1,000 plus. But this is definitely something in between.
Yeah, that's good. To get those started.
This is actually a great segue. It's not too high, it's not too low. This goes perfect with Joe Rogan. He can pretty much mix it in with both the top end and the lower end as far as topics are concerned, as far as podcasts are concerned. And, he is a little bit under, he's not a little bit, he's under hot fire right now for some of the stuff he said previous, maybe years ago, culturally insensitive stuff. And a lot of people are backing him, but, cancel culture right now is going after him. He's, it's obviously a big figure that a lot of us listen to. I know I listen to Joe Rogan. There's a lot of stuff that's out there that I listen to. But, right now they're trying to cancel him. What are your thoughts on that, guys?
Well, you know what? I'm big on that too. I love Joe Rogan. I followed him for years and everything. And that just makes you really think. Well, maybe a lot more for the younger crowd and everything. Everybody in general. But when we don't... with these days, everything's online. And you don't know what's going to come back and bite you in the butt later on and stuff. And it's like, you from 10, 15, 20 years ago is a lot different from you now. But you don't even think about it. You probably didn't think about it when you're talking about it and stuff. But 5, 10, 15 years or 20 years later, it come back and try to bite you in the butt. Are you responsible for that? It's like, I say, yes, you are to a certain extent because you said it and you're responsible for what you said. But at the same time, you from that long ago is not you now. So I say no, cancel culture can get crazy no matter what. It's like it's just people just getting together and just like I don't know. People influence each other, and your job is to influence somebody with what you may think is strong in your heart for whatever topic, whatever you're talking about and stuff. Like-minded people will back you up. People that aren't like-minded to you may push against you, but that's fine. Freedom of speech, that's what it is. So I think it is the freedom of speech thing. It's like, look, you may not agree with me, but I can say what I say. It is what it is and stuff, but it's like if you don't agree, you can choose to disagree, but it is what it is. Something I said a long time ago, okay, you know what? I may not think like that anymore, but you know what? It is on to you. I have to be a little bit responsible for it and stuff because I did say it and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
What you think, Eddie?
Going on that, I mean, I believe that, we are responsible for what we say when we take action, but very similar to what Tony was saying. I mean, this is 20, 15 years ago. I mean, this is a podcast. This is somewhere you kind of go out there and speak your mind. We know that Joe Rogan is high half the time when he's out there. So, this is really about kind of expressing what you feel at that particular point in the moment. I mean, cancel culture is really a bunch of what I feel. And, we don't have enough viewers to really, really cancel us because we only got, no viewers.
Cancel that. One guy can cancel us really quick.
One guy.
I'll be on my subscription.
This is really a bunch of maybe 5,000-10,000 Twitter warriors out there saying that we need to be canceled or people need to be canceled, and it's just not right. I mean, there's a lot of real issues out there. We got the truckers up in Canada. We have Russia and the Ukraine being attacked, and we're worried about one guy said 10, 15 years ago. I mean, reality is, I think a lot of it is people are focused on totally the wrong topics of what's going on in life. A lot of stuff with Spotify is people want to go out there and actively look for. This is a choice that we have to listen to. And somebody trying to forcefully cancel something that they particularly believe in is almost like, I'm going to go there. Old Spanish Inquisitions and the old Crusades is people trying to force something that they strongly believe at on other people by all means necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way I feel. It's just people are really strong feel about something and they want others to feel the same way. And unfortunately nowadays, we all have an option. I mean, we know what we're listening to. We know who they are. If you want to, great. If you don't want to listen to it, then we have a great option. Switch over. You don't want to listen to Joe Rogan. You got a bunch of other people you can listen to as far as that topics are concerned. And we have those options. And I don't feel like somebody should be down here forcing on me what I should listen to or not listen to.
Yeah.
Eric, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I like Joe Rogan. I'm not a huge fan, but I like his stuff. And one of the things that he's good at is that, or what he's known for, he has no filter. And he has, and what's good about him, he's very curious. He interviews a lot of different type of people. And, he's just, it's like you said, if you say something 10, 15 years ago, I don't think necessarily that you need to be canceled because of that. Now, there's something that's continuing to happen, and then, you're still doing those same actions, then that could be more of a reason to, try to cancel somebody. But if you don't know, I mean, you can't change your past, but if you seem, it's like with John Gruden, right? Like when he got...
Are we gonna go there?
I mean, he said it, but his was more recent, so who knows, I mean, I don't know. It's like you said, it's your choice to listen to that. But then again, there's the problem with the whole streaming and all that is that he's so popular, he has so much reach that a lot of his things that he says has a lot of influence on people when they don't have an option for something else. So I don't think he necessarily needs to cancel them.
Wait. So question that. What do you mean they don't have an option for something else? I mean, right now we're in the information, technology-based society.
Maybe not option.
All that's available. What do you mean there's some other options? You can pretty much listen to anybody in the world when it comes to podcasts.
Yeah, but you have to really search for a different type of podcast. You know, the way the apps are designed and all that, they're going to encourage whatever you listen to, so they try to keep you listening to the same kind of stuff, so you're always listening to it. It doesn't like really push you to listen to the other side, you know, with something different to what you might think. So you're continuously influenced by basically the algorithm to tell you, okay, well, he likes this type of video, so I'm going to keep giving him this type of video, this type of stream. And it's hard, isn't it? You can. It's the same thing as like when you download an app or you get Google or something and it automatically tracks you and all that. Well, you have an option there to go down and search through the settings and all that and disable some of them and all that, right? But how many people actually do that?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
so how do you feel about that? That's a different subject and stuff. How do you feel about?
But you have that option. That's what I mean. It's
you have the option.
I'm trying to infringe on them. I mean, we know we have those options. If you're too lazy to press 3 or 4 buttons, brother, that's on you. That should be like, why should be somebody else trying to say that, hey, don't do it when we all have that option? And it's not like it's taking hours to do this. It takes seconds, sometimes just a couple of minutes.
But it's human nature. It's like I was reading this guy that he was doing some study where it had like people that he basically said we can manipulate people. We can make them choose what we want by he would do experiments with like a group of people and say, okay, hey, we want to make people choose a certain option. So what they do, they put, even Google does it. So like they would do like, you know, you put like, you write something, like a first letter or something like that. The first option to pop out would be like for Google, right? Or something related, Gmail or things like that, right? So human nature, you always want to pick like the first choice. Even like at the supermarket, you know, they pay more for things that are like in the middle shelf, just below eye level. Those people that have that shelf space, they actually pay more for that space because that's their easiest place to look at. And that sells more. It's human nature. Like, so yes, you have the option to look down and say, okay, you know, there's might be something better down here, but it's already up here. I'm just going to grab this. And so you got to understand human nature. And yes, everybody has the option, but these corporations, these streaming services, the internet, all that, they know the psychology of people and how to manipulate them. And then that's why more things need to be put out there so people aren't continuously pushed a certain way, the way they want them. And Joe Rogan, he's good.
But we just said that. We have this information available. We know this information. So it's more of a survival of the fittest and, you know, how you utilize that information. I mean, are you really using it for the right or to figure out what's good? Or are you just being lazy and just like, you know, take whatever's given to you and being easily manipulated, knowing that you are being manipulated? Because all this information is out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's human nature, and they're doing it for profit because they know how to manipulate us. So we're very manipulated.
So how do you?
But about back to Joe Rogan, like one good thing he does is that he's not like really one side or the other side. Like he interviews people, like, you know, that dude, the guy that said he created the mRNA. And then, like, and people were all pissed off about that because he's like a lot of misinformation because he has so much reach. But he also interviewed this other guy, this Dr. Gupta, that comes on CNN, that he's all for vaccines, you know? And like you said, like, you know, people can easily, like, especially got all these Twitter trolls and all like that. They say, well, you know, you need to cancel them. But they don't go back and say, well, you know, he interviewed people that think the opposite way, too. And that's the thing, though, like, I think the cancel culture is not good when you just jump on it. You know, like, oh, this red flag, boom. And like you said, people can go back and actually look at it, but it takes some effort. And I don't think there's a lot of effort, really, like in internet searches and all that, like really to see what the source is.
No, I think sometimes people just want to get on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
And they want to get on something they feel very, very strong about. And sometimes, even though you may feel strong about something, you may not know the backstory of everything else. Joe Rogan, I love fucking Joe Rogan. He may be crude and everything else, but that's part of my lifestyle too. So I feel
no
crude.
filter.
I feel crude and everything as no filter. You get the truth no matter what. Like it or not, it is what it is. Sure, words may come out just like in him. He says some words and that's what the topic is about and stuff. It's like using certain words and stuff that people feel offended by, but sometimes it's kind of a double standard. other people may use that word and it may not be construed or received the
Well,
same way.
let's look at something first. Also, let's look at the whole context and how it was used. And second, let's be realistic. A lot of these Twitter trolls or others, these keyboard warriors, are looking for their own 50 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I think I respect more people that can change their opinion. You know,
Yeah.
like if he might have thought something 5 years ago, and he might be on the other side like now, and he goes back and forth. So I think he's like more like that's what I respect. Like he's not gonna be completely for this, and no matter what you tell him, he's gonna stick to that. I think over time, like he can change his mind, and a lot of other people really don't. You know?
There's people, a lot of people.
You can say politicians, right? They're never wrong.
Yeah, no. I think a lot of people can and are stubborn. It's like, it's my way, the way I'm thinking, or that's it. But I'm like you. I'm like, hey, I'm open to anything. It's like, prove me wrong, what way I'm thinking, and if you do prove me wrong, I may go that way. I may sway this way.
I mean, let's look at
That's kind of rare nowadays.
From California down to Texas, you know. Yeah, I mean, I'm recording now, but anyways, we'll switch it up a little bit. Man, I think that we mentioned California. The Super Bowl is coming up. It's coming up tomorrow, you know, and it's going to be in L.A.
Yeah.
And we got a Super Bowl halftime for, you know, I was going to say our age, but it is for us 80s babies. Halftime to have Dre.
80s, 90s, 80s and
Kendrick
90s.
Lamar.
80s, babies.
And we're going to have two more artists. I don't know who the hell they are. But we know it's going to be one of those 80s babies coming up tomorrow. Are you guys ready for the Super Bowl halftime show? How do you guys feel about it? Having these iconic stars doing the halftime show tomorrow.
I think it's pretty cool, man. I like it. I'm going to enjoy it. Most of the time it's like, you know, pop artists or something like that. But they got some hip-hop artists and Drake, Snoop, Mary J. Blige, and Eminem. Man, I'm excited for it. I think one of the shows that I'm more excited for than years. I don't know. I can't remember another one that I was really like, oh yeah. I mean, Shakira and J Lo. I don't know.
I'm super excited about it too because it's like, you know what? A lot of cultures, a lot of people are hyped about it and stuff. Young people too because they may know the artist for what they have known these days and stuff, but a lot of stuff remixed. But
I can't remember. Young people like what
younger people because our age and stuff, we came up with this music and stuff, and it's like, whoa, this is what it is. It's like we came up on this, and man, we feel it to the soul no matter what. When that stuff starts going, we're gonna go hard no matter what. But it will expose a lot of people to that because, like, music now is not what music used to be.
I mean, that's what everybody says.
Don't say that, Tony. I just recently discovered Young Dolph, and I am a fan.
I do like Young Dolph is really Young Dolph is good.
It could be good.
But look, you have to be.
Don't be that guy. That's just really good. We all have a certain music type. We have a genre that we're accustomed to. We like. Personally, Eminem. I don't think Eminem belongs. I compare Eminem to LeBron James. He wants to be the greatest. Everybody wants to give him the greatest title, but he ain't it, bro. Like,
he ain't the greatest. I think he's pretty good, but
he's good. He's not as good.
Yes, and that's what I feel about LeBron. Like they're comparing the both. Like they're great, but he doesn't belong with Snoop and Dre. Come on now.
No. But you know what? It's like I'm open to all of that music because I like it all. I do enjoy it all. I'm not one genre or the other, but I like the fact that people are exposed to it all. Look, there's gonna be a lot of people.
But I'm talking about, look, you got Dre and Snoop, iconic artists, iconic beats that we grew up with from G Baby, California Love, and then you got Kendrick Lamar and Eminem. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, I like them. They're good, but they're not iconic like that.
They're for backup. But they always say that the most influential music is usually around your high school age. For anybody, so that music that you're exposed to around that age is gonna be the one that sticks with you mostly through your life, and so the people are like, "Oh, that was the best. That was the good music." But
I don't know. That's around 2000 with Juvenile.
That's what I'm saying. This is my jam.
That wasn't happening for me, I remember exactly where the song came on.
Yeah. Very influential, man.
But you know what? I like the fact that it's going to come back.
That's
They
cool.
say just like everything else, just like everything in life, everything repeats itself. It comes back. So,
Hopefully.
So
Until you're dead.
so just like trends, it's like
yeah.
something that came that was a long time ago. It repeats. That's what's going to happen and stuff. And you know what? People are going to be exposed, and that it'll either make them better for it, or they may not like it. But they don't have to like it, but they'll be exposed to it. So I like that.
And you know that they don't get paid for that? Like
For
the
what?
artists and all that, they don't get paid. But, you know, which they make a lot of money because they're
They have a lot of
exposed and
money
then
if
their
they're
record
exposed.
sales or they're
Yeah.
streaming. But then also like the dancers and all that, they don't pay them either.
I didn't know they.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah.
That's shit, though.
Yeah, like the NFL doesn't pay them, and then the company that's doing them, like Jay-Z Corporation or whatever, he's actually had brought his dancers and he's paying them. And then when news broke out that all the other dancers weren't, they're like people started complaining, and then I'll say, oh no, now we're gonna pay them. I mean, it's pretty messed up with the dancers because you know that's a job. It's not like they're rich or nothing.
No.
At the
Well,
NFL,
I think consideration. I mean, just kind of FYI, you know, the NFL is is a protected entity, and they don't pay taxes,
yeah, it's crazy, right? Like,
right?
Yeah,
I mean, how
they're
they not pay taxes? They can't pay the dancers. Makes no sense to me.
Well, but you know what? This will be a topic for another time. But okay, what do we got next?
Oh man! Speaking of streaming, here you go, man. You know, there's a huge shift from going from cable over to streaming services, and you know now it feels like there's so many more options for $5 or $10, but they still didn't watch. How do you feel about going back to regular TV versus streaming TV? Like, how do you guys feel about that? Which one would you pick and why?
well, obviously, I like the choices, right? It's streaming. You can pick a series. You can stop it. You have a lot of control. I love that, and at the same time, I hate it. It's like too many choices. I don't know what to pick. I could be like there for an hour trying to pick a show, and that I don't know what to pick. But there's so many choices. It's like you need to limit it. And then I used to tell my wife all the time, like, they need to make a random button. Just hit a random button, and it selects something for you. And then Netflix did it.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Netflix did it.
yeah. And then I see the option, and I was like, I'm still looking. But you know, and then like I put an antenna on my TV. So I think I was trying to catch a game, and it looked better on the TV. So I was like, let me just put an antenna, right? And I left it on, and then I left watching TV, and now I turned it on and left it on. It was still on just regular broadcast television. And man, I sat there and watched it for 2 hours. I like just picking a channel and just watching whatever they tell me to watch because it's like I don't want to choose. I feel like a sense of relief. So I'm very like conflicted. I don't know. I'm like, streaming, I love it, but then
You know what? I like that because it's like
so it was like a burden was lifted from my shoulders.
Well, mainly not now in the more developed nations and stuff like the U.S. and some other nations like that. We're so used to on-demand stuff. Everything on demand. You want something from Amazon, you get it on demand. You want something tomorrow. That's unheard of in some other countries, in some other parts of the countries and stuff. It's like they wait weeks and everything for something.
Remember we used to wait a week to watch the next episode or something?
now everything's on demand. You have the money for it. Boom. You pay for that stuff. You get it immediately. The next day or 2 days later. That's crazy. There's places. I know people that live in other places that it's like that's unheard of. They said no, y'all have it great. I'm like, no, we don't have it great. It's like we get people over here get used to that, and you get used to the on demand. That it's like on demand this, on demand that, on demand that. You lose. I don't know. It's kind of you kind of lose that connection with everything else and stuff. It's like you pay for everything, and it's like okay, whatever.
Yeah, and they got all these extra, like, where's all my money going? All these damn streaming fees. Why did not have so much?
They did try you out pretty quick, man. They did try you out pretty quick. But I like streaming, yo. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I like my choices. I like, watching stuff when I want, how I want it. But it is hard to make choices at times.
Yeah.
But I definitely prefer having a stream, even though it gets more expensive. I mean, we break down with having the 3 or 4 streaming services versus old cable. It's a bit about the same when you pay for Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And about that, sometimes when you pay all that stuff and you feel like there's nothing to watch, What the fuck?
Yeah, you can't find it.
That's ridiculous.
You know,
how am I paying for 3-4 services and ain't nobody got nothing I want to watch? What
I think it's like a
You end up on TikTok and YouTube.
yeah, you pay for you pay for 3-4 things and then you go on YouTube and get it for free. What the hell?
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy.
Well, I think I was saying something. I think the optimal amount of choices for a person, I was reading somewhere, someone fact checked me, but it's like 3 to 7. Like if you're between 3 to 7 choices, that's good. And once you start going above that, it really like it's an overload for your brain. And I think that's what's happening with us. They even say that about dating. I guess now that people have all these dating apps, there's so many choices that you can't really like just pick one. You feel like you're always missing out, and it makes a simple choice that be back in the day, like usually meet someone in a neighborhood or back in a tribe when there was only like 5 choices.
You know what?
It was like easy.
Yeah. Go. Hey, let's go into dating. I wanted to lead this for some other times, but let's do that. Let's do it right now. Why not?
No. Backtrack it.
The Tinder swindler for the next topic. Let's do that.
No. Hey guys, everybody else on the stream. We're gonna leave it for next time. I was going to go into it right now, but it is what it is.
Yeah. No, we leave it for next time.
I'm just saying. Let's go ahead and sip it or spill it.
Sip it or spill it. Okay.
Let's do that. Let's sip it or spill it. All right, my man. Oh, my boys over there. Well, how do you guys feel? Sip it or spill it on the Winter Olympics?
I'm gonna spill it. I do like sports in general and everything, but I don't know. I think over the years, I've even though I do like winter sports and stuff, I've never been a big Winter Olympics kind of person. It's like I've never seen too much around it and everything. Maybe it's because I don't know if we have good players or not. We might have them, but it's not my thing. I'm gonna spill it. I do like the regular Olympics, track and field, all that stuff. I'm big on that, but Winter Olympics, I'm gonna spill it. For me, it doesn't do it for me.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'm gonna spill it too, man, because I'm tropical, so I don't want to be out in the cold. I mean, the ice skating used to be kind of cool when they do all them turn and stuff, but it's like, I guess because the human body's limited to what you can really do, that it all looks the same now. You can't really do anything new. But yeah, I'm gonna spill it. I haven't even really watched it, so
I don't know. I know
maybe
it's
hockey.
I know it started like 2-3 weeks ago.
Is hockey in there? Like
hockey's in there, yeah.
Yeah, hockey's in there.
Yeah.
It started
I'm
like
not a big fan of hockey either.
It started like 2-3 weeks ago. I haven't watched it.
Yeah. You?
Yeah, I would go. I think it's the first effect that we had in a while. Yeah, I'm gonna spill it too. Like the Winter Olympics. That's nothing really to watch. Nothing that great. I think we'll go ahead and just all split and drink over. Alright, so we'll go a retread.
Wait. But for those that haven't watched the podcast, this is freaking very rare for all of us to agree on one thing.
Yes, that is true. It's been a while since I had it.
We are very opinionated on no matter what. This is crazy. That's probably why it's cold outside. But anyways, okay, let's go on.
Because it's winter, man. All right, next one.
All right, so we're going to go and do it again. Bad Bunny. How do you guys feel about him? Sip it or spill it on Bad Bunny?
I'm going to spill that fool. I like him. I like his music is good. I think he's overhyped, though. He's not. I can't understand half of what he's saying. I mean, the beats are good. But yeah, I'm gonna spill him. Yeah. You know what? I don't think he's worth the price to go see.
Look, Bad Bunny, I'll sip Bad Bunny.
No, he puts a good show.
But the new prices right now, I will spill.
That's what I mean. Like, I wouldn't pay that.
Look, because we're fans of Bad Bunny because we've gone to Bad Bunny. He has good songs, he has bad songs, just like everybody else. We have good days, bad days, no matter what. I'm a fan of Bad Bunny. I'm a fan of what he does. Latino, and it's like fucking he's doing it, but at $300 nosebleeds or anything like that, fuck no. Nobody's worth that and stuff. Look, you gotta be accessible to the people that make you get to where you're going. And I understand that those $300 tickets is because resale market. Everybody wants the tickets and stuff, but you know what? No,
that's the market.
It's the market. It's everybody else, but. As an artist in itself, I will sip them. The resale, everything else, everybody else trying to sell everything else, I will spill that.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I'm gonna sip it. That's a boy. I compare him to Tupac. Hear me out.
I'm
Hear me
listening.
out.
I'm listening.
Because he got songs like Maldita Pobreza, he can hit up, he talks about, he's relatable to a lot of different factors. So he could be a slut, he could be faithful, he could be broke, he could talk about how he loves somebody. He covers a lot of different spectrums in his music. And that's what I like about it. A lot of people shit on him because the way he rhymes, the way he raps, because he sounds like he's a sleepy uncle who's drunk, where he's like, you know what I mean? But overall, his music, I think he encompasses and he hits a lot of people and he's able to reach a lot of people in a lot of different psychological stages in their lives. We all been broke, we all been heartbroken, we all been cheated on, we've all cheated on somebody. We all went through a lot of different things. And I think like his music is you can pick a song or two or three that you can relate to one of those feelings in general. And that's why I'm single on boy Bad Bunny. That's why, I have a lot of love for him. A lot of people shit on him, but I think he's a pretty damn good artist.
Well, you know what? I guess if I would understand what he was saying more, like you said, I probably would like him, man. I mean, honestly, I'm just being honest, man, because I like the lyrics. I like to hear it. And I think about Tupac. He had a very good voice, very strong, and he was a smart dude, He was like, he knew how to rap. He was legit.
Yes.
But Bad Bunny, I guess if I would understand him more, I probably would like him more. But yeah, okay. Maybe I need to listen better.
I listen to him a lot. I listen to him a lot. I can honestly say that man is covers a lot of spectrums when it comes down to the way you feel, and just talks about a lot of different things in life in general. And that's what we appreciate about him. Like I can party, I can drink to him, and I can cry to that dude. Because he hits a lot of spectrums on that field stage.
Maybe I need to listen to more of his music. I just really haven't. Maybe that's part of it. Yeah.
I hate your rhythmical tongue. So, next one up, Tony. All right. It's Super Bowl time. Super Spin or the Super Bowl commercials?
I love the Super Bowl commercials. I will always sip those shits. I will always sip it because I love that. They're clever and everything else. They're ridiculously expensive, but you get what you pay for. Like, I'm going to sip it.
Let's spill that shit. And then just put the game on. And then make I guess I like the halftime show for this one coming up. But most of the time, the commercials, I know that some people just say they just watch the Super Bowl for the commercials. But yeah, I used to. I just don't think they're the same that they used to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a choice. What about you, Eddie?
Man, I'm going to go with my boy Eric on this one, man. I spill it. I think they're overhyped, overpriced, and they're not that creative anymore. Like, I haven't seen a good creative commercial since Liberty.
That is not. We have not been.
Oh, back then when they say like, "What's up?"
We are not being promoted. We are not.
I think I'm gonna spill it on it. I think I'm good on the commercials.
Yeah, and note to the stream: we are not promoting or being promoted by any company.
But if you'd like to, please send us money.
If you'd like to, please reach out to us. Tequila Compadres, preferably tequila connoisseurs or tequila manufacturers. We're here for you.
All right, guys. Well, this was the last of it. So again, if you want to hit us, like and subscribe to our page. We will be going live soon here on Facebook in March. Sometime in March, we'll give you that day once it comes up. But we'll be going live, so you guys can hit us up, have any comments, or if you want to add to it. Tony, anything you want to add?
Hey, like us, follow us on Facebook. You can follow us. We're still on Spotify.
Yeah.
Any of the big
on podcast there, yeah.
Podcast
Tequila Talk.
Podcast places. Tequila Talk Compadres. Follow us and stuff. Send us messages. Any suggestions you may have for us. We're all open to all that stuff. You know what? We're a small podcast, but we're very opinionated on everything. We love what we do. We've been friends for a long time. We will always keep it real. So, welcome to the family. Hey, we appreciate you. And I'll leave it to you.
Adios. And always remember, sip on your tequila.
Sip